Hello everyone. Several of you have asked me to do a video on what I eat during a day. Although there's some flexibility, I at least start pretty similar most every day. And there's certain routine things that I follow that help me a lot. And if this is your first time coming in, I have been a yo-yo dieter and I've decided I'm all done with that. And so far the weight has stayed off for over a year and I am not anticipating it changing. Realizing that diet and exercise are key. I know that it's essential that we find what works for us. So if this sounds a little strange to you or something that doesn't work for you, please know there's a lot of right ways to eat well. I am hugely a morning person. So when I first wake up, I take my vitamins and I start water. I typically drink like 16 ounces of water before I even work out. Now I like to slowly wake up, so I get up about 3:30, but by 4 a.m. I'm on a machine or I'm outside running. I have an elliptical in my home, so that's pretty handy to be able to just get on and use. And I'll go at it pretty hard for 45 minutes to an hour, and then I get in my car, transition to the YMCA, and there's a 5 a.m. class, and I love this class, but it's hardcore workout and each day is something different. One day we work on arms, today we worked predominantly on legs, one day's abs, one day is like cardio, and one's just all around, a little bit of lifting, a little bit of exercising. It's just, I just like it, that works for me. So I come home and then I am not hungry at that moment, but I'm soon to be hungry, and so I'm transitioning to shower and all of that, but I have the weekend before prepared a bag for every day of the week that looks like this. And it's crazy how much food this is, but when I do get hungry, I am really hungry. And this is 3 bell peppers. There's a red, orange, and yellow, and then there's a cucumber. And I'm not sure how I started on this much or this amount. I don't think there was any rhyme or reason, except anything that I think is hard, I want to get it over with. And that's my personality. And then when I shop at Sam's, they sell them in the yellow, orange, and red, and I like that better. I don't like the green ones unless it's mixed in with something. So, and I typically don't like cooked veggies either. I like them fresh. So this is what it looks like. And then I, of course, wash my hands and I take the little cucumber, because as much as I like it the least of all these. So I savor it till I get up to my favorite, which is the red cucumber, a red bell pepper. And so I lay out all my cucumbers really flat and I'm putting on this seasoning. This is Tony's Chasseurs. Now, if you look at the label, it's going to show a lot of salt. So I'm not perfect and I love salt and it helps me to eat them. So no judgment, please. I believe this is sold, the seasoning is sold nationwide in the States. If it's not, it's got to be darn close to it. I think this has gotten pretty popular, but this is just the original Creole and it's wonderful. If you are watching salt, they do have good tasting alternatives that are free of salt, so you can try that too. I've tried it a couple of times, but this is just my all-time favorite. So after when I started this, I've drunk already over half a gallon of water. So I reward myself with a Diet Coke, because for me, veggies with Diet Coke is the best. If I have a salad with that, I mean, just water doesn't cut it. It needs to be a Diet Coke. I am lessening the Diet Cokes, but I still have them in my daily routine. So after I eat all the cucumbers, I go for the yellow bell pepper, and then the orange, and then the red, and each one of them I sprinkle on a little bit of seasoning, and I just put a little bit on. I just need it for taste. It's quite overpowering if you put too much on, and it can get hot, but this is what I love. And I will eat that throughout the morning. Like maybe I can eat the cucumber before I shower, and then I can eat the yellow one as I'm making breakfast for my daughter, and then an orange, and I can sit down and eat the orange and red one while she and Barry are having breakfast or something like that. So it's just kind of the routine that I do. And then between 8 and 9 o'clock, I am hungry again, surprisingly. You would think that I would not be. Now what happens is, when I eat all these, I'm still hungry for lunch and early afternoon even, but by evening it keeps me from not being hungry. So anyway, I have this. I continue drinking my water, but about 8 or 9, I will, it can vary, but when I have a class and I'm pretty routine in my day, I will have something with protein and low fat. And this is probably the best I've found, and I get these at Sam's, but I think you can get them at Walmart, I'm not sure. And I'm just a chocolate fiend, so I won't even try the vanilla. I'm sure it's fine, but I love chocolate. So this is Premier Protein, and I actually like it. I don't find there to be an aftertaste. I like it. It's 30 grams of protein, which really helps in me not feeling hungry later. So it really helps me to feel satisfied. And I can feel satisfied for a while. Then, surprisingly, about 10 o'clock, I'm ready for a little bit of something. And so I'm a grazer, if you will. Like every 2 hours, 3 hours, I am eating something. So about 10 o'clock, I will have either a few carrots that I've set aside, and these are just the little baby carrots that I can get at Sam's in bulk, and then I can divvy it up. Every week I'm at Sam's and I buy a ton of produce. And I share it. My whole family eats it, but not quite like I do. But I need it, so whatever. I require it, I guess. So I'll either have some carrots or I'll have an apple. It just depends, but that'll be about 10 o'clock. And then I'm good till lunch. And then I'm not really starving by lunch because I've had so much bulk, but not a lot of calories. I mean, this is 160 calories. I think it burns more to eat this than it does to have it. I don't even count this when I count calories. I feel like this is a reward. Plus, I've already done 2 hard workouts. No one gets fat off eating bell peppers, so I don't worry about that. I do count any fruit, though, since it does have the sugar in it, the fructose, whatever. So at lunchtime, I will either maybe have a peanut butter and jelly, but I will use light bread that has 45 calories per slice, and I will use sugar-free jelly. And then I love peanut butter so much. I use regular peanut butter. I use a brand peanut butter. I have to have that. So I put that on, but it's 200 calories for that. And usually I can eat the sandwich and I'm good. Maybe drink a little bit of water, and then that's fine. If I didn't make a sandwich, I'm in my office and I'm having to work through trying to, get some goals accomplished before the day, I might have another protein something. But instead of a shake, I might have a protein bar. I like them better. However, there's more calories in the bars and you don't get as much protein. So when you can, it's better to drink it. This is my favorite. This is the Luna. And I really won't try the other flavors because I just love chocolate peanut butter so much. But for about 200 calories, I think, yeah, it's 190, but you get 12 grams of protein, which is actually good. It's just not as good as this. And it will fill me up. This tastes the best, but I'll try different ones. This is not bad. Think Thin. This is 20 grams of protein, and again, about 200 calories. There are other kinds. Sometimes later in the day, if I need a quick snack, I could have these on hand, but these are hard to find. South Beach, they're only 100 calories and you get 6 grams of protein. And that is good. And this is whipped peanut butter. Like I said, I love peanut butter, so this is amazing to me. So there's a lot of protein. You just want to look for low fat and more protein. That's a difference. We used to associate protein with a lot of fat because it's in meats and things like that. Now, if you can eat a regular meal, like occasionally I can do, but usually it's a sandwich or it is a bar or something. I'm just being real with you. I'm just kind of on the go, and it just seems to work for me. But if I can, I'll have chicken, and I can buy that at Sam's or cook a chicken, and it's like 200 calories, and it's low in fat, and that will really fill me up. If you're at a restaurant, get a grilled chicken salad. That will stay with you and just be so amazing. Just watch your dressing on it. Try to use as little as possible or no dressing on it. There's a lot of ways you can sort of get used to it. My daughter got me on having salsa with the salad, and it's actually good. And I actually like it as much as dressing, and I never thought I would be that way. But it's really good. And then comes the tricky part, because then I sell along from noon to 3. I could wait a little longer, but I'm soon to have transitioned to having students come to my home. And I find that I'm just nicer and calmer if I've had protein. So I eat a little bit more protein. So if I haven't had chicken, I might get chicken. This comes from Walmart, the Great Value. It has a lot of protein and low fat. Now, they didn't have the turkey when I went. This is like 30 calories and 1 gram of fat per slice. And this is just sort of what it looks like. But the turkey is like 25 calories and no fat. It's awesome. But what my older daughter did, which I've copied her. I mean, I could have a ham sandwich. You could eat it like the normal way. But she'll take it and she'll tear it apart and lay it on a plate, put it in the microwave. And you just cook it for as long as you want to. Like I start with like 30 seconds and then 45 seconds or whatever, but she'll cook it. And especially around the edges, and then if you turn it and flip it around, the meat that's torn up, it'll start cooking. But the one on the edges cook the fastest, and it almost tastes like bacon. So if you're craving that, you could try something like that, and it's really good. And I just need like a couple of slices of it, and I'm actually quite satisfied. Then I get my water, maybe one more Diet Coke to sip on. Sometimes if I've drunk a lot of water, it just doesn't taste good. It has this little weird aftertaste, but I could just sip the Diet Coke. So I'm lessening the Diet Coke, but again, I do still implement it in my diet. So I just love it so much. I really honestly can go the rest of the day without eating then. But as you saw, I've had a lot of bulk, but not a ton of calories. And I'm very satisfied. However, when your family's eating at night, or I've made spaghetti and it's just hard, I might get me just like a little plate. But then I'm also watching to cook a spaghetti with like mostly tomato sauce and then add mushrooms, something like that. And then I think that's quite good. And I can just put a little bit on my plate and know that, and here's a rule of mine, I will not tell myself no. There are days, but if I've eaten my vegetables and I have drunk my water, I'm going to be good at night. But I will allow myself a piece of pizza, but I rarely want the second one if it's come by the evening. Or I might want a cheeseburger, but usually, honestly, I'm a little bit now serves me well. Like it's almost, if I see a lot of red meat, it grosses me out. I don't like it. And by the way, if you need a snack in the afternoon, and me being such a sweet tooth, I do like this. I wanted to show you. This is a Kemp's frozen yogurt. Again, I just get the chocolate because I love chocolate. But I get that. It has no fat in it. And it's like 90 calories for half a cup. So that's really, that can add up pretty quickly. But I just need a little bit. And I don't know. So I'll put that in a bowl. Or sometimes not in a bowl. Sometimes because I'm the only one that eats it. So I'll just kind of be gross and eat out of this since I'm the only one. But I do that. And sometimes if I just need a sweet tooth thing, I get dried fruit. I think helps. But you got to be careful because it has a lot of calories. But here's dried mangoes. I could eat a couple of slices of these and they are amazing. I love these so much. And if it's at nighttime and I want to eat, I don't know, PMSing, I'm just craving food, or I just want to eat, then I will allow some popcorn. And I just make sure it's the Smart Pop because it's 94% fat free. And the butter's good, but my favorite is the kettle corn flavor. And I could eat the whole bag if I want to. I count it as like 200 calories in total, but there's very little fat. And it says 15 calories per cup. Well, that's a good snack to have. So anyway, if you're craving something and if you're craving chocolate or you're craving sweets, try a diet hot cocoa and just add some Splenda to it. It sweetens it up. It curbs your appetite. And as I said, I don't tell myself no to something, but I'll say I'm just going to wait for 15 minutes and then see if I want it. If I have not eaten my veggies, if I've not had protein, I am like chomping at the bit. I'm like obsessive constantly thinking about eating something and nothing satisfies, and I want carbs, and it's almost this insatiable thing where I'm not even enjoying it. I just want it. I'm craving it, and I want it. I have no willpower. But if I've eaten my vegetables, protein, and drunk my water, it's just, I might see it, like it, kind of want it, but it's not this fixation on it. So that has really helped me a lot. Taking it one day at a time, writing it down, and I look back and I wrote down like the first half of the week and did the other half, and I'm really bad about skipping on days, and I really need to not do that so much. Sometimes I think it's good to take a day where you just kind of take a break, and not a complete break, but where you just, maybe have fruit first thing in the morning instead of veggies. Whew, that scared me, something fell. But you don't have to be so rigid with yourself, but you'll know what works for you. And I know for me, being pretty clear, pretty educated on what I'm eating and when I'm eating it, and being very mindful of it really does help me. And ironically, I enjoy the food so much more than if I didn't have that. And now I really do crave the healthy food. So I hope this is helpful, and this is getting long, so I'm gonna stop. But I do need to make another video because some of you were asking about my watch. I know it's obnoxiously big, but it's my latest little addiction I have, because it measures so many things that I do in a day. Anyway, I'll talk to you about that, and hope you're all having a good day. God bless. Bye.